Happy Monday, everyone. This is my first attempt of trying to use Explain Everything, and I'm hopefully be able to explain to you better parallel lines, transversal, and corresponding angles. On this diagram here, line A and line B are parallel. Line C, which intersects the parallel lines, is considered the transversal. So line C is the transversal of the parallel lines A and B. I am now going to draw in a pair of corresponding angles. And corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal in a corresponding position. So this angle here is in the corresponding to, let's call this angle F, and G are corresponding angles. And all corresponding angles are congruent. Congruent is another word saying they're the same. So in other words, if this angle here was 45 degrees, this angle here would also be 45 degrees. So if we move to this next diagram, A and B are parallel lines, and T would be the transversal. And we have one angle that shows us that it's 75 degrees. Angle 1, which I'm highlighting in blue, is considered a vertical angle of the 75 degrees. Because they are vertical angles, they are the same. So therefore, angle 1 is the same as 75 degrees. So therefore, this also is 75 degrees. If you think back to what we've learned before, angle 2 and the 75 degrees are considered supplementary angles, and we know that supplementary angles equals 180 degrees. So therefore, if this equals 180, angle 2 is equal to 180 minus 75 degrees, which is equal to 105 degrees. So now we know that up here is 105 degrees. Well, we also know that angle 2 and angle 3 are vertical angles, so therefore this here must also be 105 degrees. Now what can we do from this? Well, from our previous slide, we know that angle 3 and angle 7, to go back, are corresponding angles. And we said that corresponding angles are congruent. So therefore, if angle 3 and angle 7 are congruent, angle 7 must also be 105 degrees. Now, you should be able to see that if I look at angle 3 and 7, what are they? Well, they're vertical angles. And so therefore, angle 3 is also 105 degrees. And that makes this a supplementary angle. So if angle C is 75, then, 3 is 75, then angle 6, if angle 3 is 105, angle 6 must be 75 degrees. And if angle 6 is 75, correspond vertical angles, angle 4 is 75 degrees. So you can see by just getting one angle of a transversal through parallel lines, you can discover what the other degrees of the angles are.